Hey guys, what's up? So it's the middle of the night. Everyone in my house is sleeping, and I decided to work on a project. So it's another Howard Restore-A-Finish in mahogany restore video. And so what I have here is an antique, probably between the 1820s to the 1850s sewing box, and it's made out of. Again, I'm not an expert, like I told you in some other videos, in wood. I believe it could be rosewood or it could be possibly mahogany. I'm clueless, but let me just show you how cool this box is. Now it's in actually relatively good condition, but I just want to actually condition the wood and make the grain of the wood more prominent. You can see some surface scratches. What I'm going to do is use the Howard Restor-A-Finish, which is actually wonderful because you don't have to strip your wood. You don't have to go through several different steps just to make it look pretty. And so what it does is it restores color to faded wood finishes. It blends out scratches and blemishes, remove white heat rings, and it's just basically wipe on, wipe off, which is great. Let me show you the inside of the box. And these are really cool. When you find these old boxes, these are phenomenal. And so it has its original little pull-out drawer in it with the original pieces. Now, these were pin cushions, and that's really cool. Look at that. And it's in great shape for such an old box. It has a mirror, and I don't want to show you my reflection in it, so I'm just going to show you from this way. And it has the original wallpaper. Look how old that is. That is just absolutely so cool. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the supplies needed, show you what you need if you purchase Howard Restor-A-Finish, and how to apply it and to beautify your wood. Stay tuned. All right, so you just need gloves, an old rag. You can use a cut-up t-shirt. You can actually, if you have a steel wool pad, I highly recommend this. Now, I get them from Amazon. They're like under $5. You get 12 in a pack. It's fine grade steel wool pads. And what I do is, because I'm a cheap bastard, I cut them in half because I don't need the whole entire pad. All right, and your best bet is to use the steel wool if you're working with an antique that has scratches on it or any kind of flaws. All right, so what I'm going to do is just, I shook my product up, and I'm going to tip it onto the pad until we see product. And now I'm going to actually apply it. So what you want to do is you want to go into the grain of the wood. By the way, place paper or something to catch any of the spills so you don't damage any of your furniture. And wear old clothes. I always wear this old beat up stained hoodie to do all my work with my Howards. And you can already see the difference in the wood. It's nice and shiny, and it's actually absorbing this pigment very nicely. So what you need to do is apply it to the whole entire piece, and then leave it on for 30 minutes. But before you do so, you need to wipe the excess off with the cloth. I need some more product. So again, I'm going to tip it onto the steel wool. And I'm not doing the middle yet because I'm using that as something to hold on to here. And you can apply this several times. You don't have, if you're not getting the results you like, it's not dark enough, it's not covering the flaws enough, you can do this a couple of times. So now what you need to do is take your rag and wipe the excess off. You don't want it to soak in. You don't want to leave it too long to soak because it could harm your wood, actually. And so far, here's the edges of the parts that I did already. And you can see, look at that finish. And now you can see the grain of the wood much better. So I'm going to do the whole entire box, and we're going to come back in 30 minutes. And I'm going to show you step 2, which is polishing. So I just applied it and wiped off the excess, and I just want to show you the beauty of this wood now that I have applied the Howards. Look at that. Do you see that shine? And it hit a lot of the floors, and now you can see the beautiful grain. Look at that. So yeah, here, I'm going to spin it around and show you the whole thing. And so now it's time to wait 30 minutes, and then we're going to polish this up and shine it like a new penny. So stay tuned, and I'll see you back in 30 minutes. All right, guys, so 30 minutes is now up, and the timer went off. And now we're going to go to step 2. It's looking a little dull. It is old wood. And so I'm going to use Howard Feed and Wax. It's a wood polishing conditioner with beeswax and orange oil. And it actually polishes your wood and conditions it. So how you can apply it is you can apply it with a old rag. You can use a t-shirt. You can use an old dish towel laying around the house. And or you can apply it with the steel wool pad, or you can apply it with a paintbrush. Now I'm going to do it with a paintbrush because this I noticed that the grain is going in different directions. The veneers, the way they applied it, so you know it's like off. So if I wipe it with a cloth, I'm not going to be able to get it into the grain properly. So that's why I'm going to use this paintbrush. Now I have an old water bottle that I cut the bottom out of, and yes, this is gnarly. I reuse this. I'm a bit of a pack rat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shake this up, and I'm going to squirt it into this little cutout water bottle. And whoops, it splattered. I'm pretty much a mess. All right, so this is what it looks like, right? And it's like a little gooey and goopy. And so I'm going to apply it in the direction of the grain of the wood by the way the laminates are. So I see this one's going this way. This one's going this way. This one's going this way. And I'm just going to apply it to the whole entire piece. And how it's, how you're supposed to work with it is you're supposed to leave it on for 20 minutes. And so I set my little timer for 20 minutes. And then what happens is this stuff basically hardens up. And once it hardens up, that's when you're ready to rub it in circular motions with an old like dishcloth or a towel or cheesecloth, whatever you have laying around the house. And it's supposed to shine it up really, really nicely. So I'm going to apply it with you guys watching me. Just so if you never used Howard's before, you get the idea of how this product works. And they have all sorts of different wood polishes. They have ones that are really, really high shine. I use this one actually the most. You're supposed to actually reapply this once every month or two because it's not permanent. Especially the Howard Restor-A-Finish, the first step. Unfortunately, it's not permanent, and there is no lacquers out there or sealer for it that can make what you did permanent. So actually polishing it every month or so is actually what you need to do in order to maintain the beauty of the wood. So here I go. So I'm going to apply it to the whole entire piece, and in 20 minutes, I'm going to come back and I'm going to buff it, and I'm going to show you how it looks in the end. So stay tuned. All right, guys, look how shiny the box is. Do you see this? Do you see the shine on this? My camera is even having trouble focusing in on this. Do you see that? Howard's is amazing. Look at that. Look at the beautiful wood grain on this box. Now you can see it. It looks like fire, like flames in a fire. Look at that. Trying to really, really show you this. It's very, very hard because the lighting in my house is not good, and it is now 2 a.m. And yes, as you can tell, I don't sleep. I'm an incurable insomniac. So I always look for projects like this to work on in the middle of the night. But wow, totally wow. And again, as I move my camera around, you could see the incredible shine. This is beautiful. All right, guys, so if you have some wood that you want to spruce up, you want to make beautiful again, I'm going to put in the description below, there'll be links to Howard Restor-A-Finish and the Feed and Wax by Howard. and you could purchase it too. Now, it's not just for antiques. It's for cabinets. It's for contemporary furniture, any kind of wood. And it does a wonderful, wonderful job at shining it up, hiding the flaws, masking any kind of scratches that are in the finish, and beautifying the wood and conditioning it at the same time. So, oh my goodness, I am just totally over the moon over how beautiful this old box is now looking. My goodness, look at that, guys. You see that shine? Beautiful, bellissimo. All right, guys, so I'll see you all soon. Hopefully I'll get another restoration project to work on shortly. And I had fun. So long.